It's Saturday, May 30th, 2020. I'm less than 100 miles from home again today in a different part of central Pennsylvania. I did a lot of research on this stream I'm fishing today. It's a Class A wilderness stream, and there was no public access at the mouth, so I had to use an access road up top to get down about a mile and then walk about 3.5 miles through the woods to get here. So it was a pretty good effort. I don't think the mosquitoes back here have seen a human in a long time because I have been getting eaten alive. And I know it's part of the deal, but this is just a really bad one. So if I'm slapping my arms or my face during this, I apologize. But when I saw the water, I was excited. It's a perfect brook trout stream from a fisherman's perspective. It's got beautiful pools and riffles. We had a little bit of rain last night, so the water's not super clear. And there's a beautiful forest canopy that shades this stream. I tied on a black Wulff and started casting, and it was immediately hooking up, and my guess is this is going to be a hammer of a brook trout stream. I think there's a great population in here, so I'm excited to head up and check out the rest. Before we do that, I wanted to briefly mention a fella named Kenny from Australia reached out to me, and he asked me if I would field test his waders. I don't know if you can see my leg here. It says iWader. That's the name of his company and his brand. He's trying to develop a wader that kind of meets all the requirements of us fly fishermen. Breathable, durable, waterproof. But the feature that got me interested was, he said, elasticity. And I've only ever heard or experienced that term with neoprene waders, which just get too hot to wear out here. And so I said, well, here's the deal, Kenny. If you send me a pair of your waders, I will test them, but I'm not just going to sing your praises because you sent me waders. I'm going to beat them up, and I'm going to give honest feedback to my viewers. And I didn't think he'd send them, but he did, and I was impressed. So, Kenny, I'm going to give you an honest assessment of your waders here on Woolly Bugged over the next few episodes. My initial thoughts: it's got great knee reinforcement for kneeling down on these rocks and in this gravel when you're casting. That's a great feature. The elasticity is very nice for walking and hiking. You know, I wear my waders all the time when I'm hiking in here to protect myself from ticks and Lyme disease. I know people say that the bug-off clothing works, but I don't trust it. It leaves a seam at your feet unless you tuck it in your socks, and I just feel more comfortable in the waders. It's worked for me. I don't get ticks on my body when I get home at night, so that's why I wear the waders. But these have been great for walking, getting over the dead fallen trees. So far I'm pretty impressed, and it's a wader that comes in under $400. In fact, right now I think you can get them for under $200 with a discount. So I'm not telling you to go out and buy these waders. Let me test them, but I wanted to give you a heads up on that. So anyways, that's enough talking. I want to get up here and fish the rest of this stream. I'll show you guys some of the patterns I'm tying on as I move up. Let's go do it. What a beautiful take. Guys, I'm getting close to wrapping it up today, and before I do, I wanted to show you some of these patterns I was catching the fish on. These are all different Wulff patterns. The one on the right with the pink body is the black Wulff that I started out with. And then I've got an orange variation as well as a white variation. And the Wulff's a great pattern because it's larger, it's easy to see the wings, it floats well, especially with dry fly floating. And just a great brook trout pattern when you are out here and the bite is on and they're on the surface. I finally made it up to the trail. It was a long hike up here and I am exhausted and I'm covered in mosquito bites, but the fishing was awesome. The lower half of this stream was incredible. There were so many brook trout. You know, over the past 2 to 3 months I've fished a lot of marginal water with poor populations of fish, and to finally step into a stream like this was really awesome. Now the stream up top was totally different. Once it got up here, it lost a couple tribs, moved into a pine forest. There was a lot of sediment in the creek. The fish were small, but that's how these brook trout streams are in Pennsylvania. So from that gate, I got about another mile to get out of here. It's cooling off significantly. The temps are supposed to drop overnight, and at least it feels good to hike out. So I appreciate you guys joining me on this episode of Woolly Bugged, and I'll see you next time. Tight lines.